So I was talking to my friend the other day about my experience with the Steam Deck OLED. We were literally mid-mission playing Helldivers 2 on our PlayStation 5s, and I was going on about, oh, the screen is beautiful, the battery life is great, the power, and he was really quiet. And at the end, he was like, bro, but why would I buy the Steam Deck? I already have a PlayStation 5. That line stuck with me. And I was thinking, is he right? Then out of nowhere, Sony threw this Black Friday deal for $490 on the PS5 Digital right in front of me. Meanwhile, the entry-level Steam Deck OLED still costs $690 as of filming this video. And instantly the question hit me. Did Sony just destroy the Steam Deck OLED's value? At this price difference, is it really worth paying more for the Steam Deck OLED? Let's get the easy part out of the way first. Performance. The PS5 runs in circles around the Steam Deck. When you look at these two on paper, it's not even close. The Steam Deck OLED is an extremely impressive handheld device. Its little processor can push 1.6 trillion operations per second. But the PS5 is another beast entirely. This thing can push 10 trillion operations per second. We're talking a full size graphics card packed into this with insane thermal headroom. The PS5 can hit 4K and hit 60 frames per second and up to 120 frames per second in a lot of games. It has ray tracing that actually works. The Steam Deck, 800p, medium to low settings, 30 to 45 FPS in most games, 60 FPS if you're lucky. So, yes, the PS5 obviously outmuscles the Steam Deck OLED. But the power isn't the whole story. Not even close. Look, this is not a Steam Deck bad video. I love this thing. I've made a couple of videos about it and I enjoy using it every single day. And there are places where the Steam Deck actually destroys the PS5. Let's talk portability. You can play literally anywhere. Bed? Yes. Couch? Yes. Bathroom? Don't lie. The gorgeous OLED display. Sony gives you the console, but not the screen. The Steam Deck OLED is legitimately one of the best screens I've ever seen. PC flexibility, modding, emulation, cloud streaming, local game streaming, playing games natively, turning it into a full desktop PC, productivity tasks, you name it. It's a PC and a toolbox masquerading as a console. Comfort and vibes. This thing is built for cozy gaming. Low friction, low commitment, high comfort. Docking. If you ever want a console like experience, you can just dock it. Okay, look, I tried really hard, but here's the thing, things really tilt in Sony's favor. Because for the first time ever, the big console is actually cheaper than this little guy. The PS5 gives you way more performance for way less money. That almost never happens in gaming. Sony exclusives. This is the trump card that the PS5 carries against everybody else. The exclusives like Ghost of Yotei, which you can still only play on the PS5. Sony's first party lineup is absolutely stacked and unmatched. The Steam Deck can't natively play these games at 60 frames per second, let alone 4K. Zero setup. No Proton versions, no shader compilation, no mod conflicts, no tweaking for 30 minutes just to get this thing to work for 60 FPS before you actually play. For most people, that's priceless. Home theater dominance. You want the best experience on a big screen? It's the PS5 all day, baby. 4K, HDR, up to 120 FPS gaming. This is where the deck cannot compete. Longevity. The PS5 still has years of AAA gaming still built into its tank. Meanwhile, the deck's hardware ceiling is already stressed. It was already stressed when it came out in 2023 with those games. Here's the truth, if you value flexibility, portability, modding, and cozy gaming, nothing beats the Steam Deck. It's a great handheld with a beautiful display and great battery life. But if you're talking pure value going into 2026, especially during this Black Friday sale, this is the one to get. The PS5 all day, baby, it's no question. More power, lower price, exclusives, better living room experience, better big screen experience. For most gamers, this is the one to get. But here's the thing, it doesn't have to be Steam Deck versus the PlayStation 5. If you already have a PlayStation 5, then the Steam Deck is a great complement. With software like Chiaki, you can stream games from your PlayStation 5 to the Steam Deck locally if you have a PlayStation Plus account. This makes gaming absolutely comfortable, easy to access, and has helped me finish a bunch of games in my backlog on my Sony. But what do you think? Would you pick power and price over portability? Let me know in the comments. I'm Devitar, and I'll see you in the next one.